All right, lads and lasses, welcome back to another yet stonk part number 2 for the Fate Samurai Remnant soundtrack. We did start to make this tier list like a couple of weeks ago, but since it is quite an extensive soundtrack, it's a lot of songs, me and the stonker, we decided to do it in parts, essentially because doing it in one stream would have been like, I don't know, 10 hours, and I think it's more digestible for people to watch this kind of streams in a shorter form, but in parts. I think I found out myself that it's more effective that way. So, before we begin the stream, I'm just going to share this on Discord, right? But I'm also going to share the stream on the oh my god, the name escapes me. Oh yeah, the Fate Reddit. Let me put it here. Composer ranks Fate Samurai Remnant soundtrack with chat live now. I'm going to post the link here. Let me just share it. Copy this. Close. I'm going to post the link here. Okay. This is the Fate Reddit, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm going to add a tag here. I suppose I can put this in this, video right here. La 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 la. There we go. Ranking the entire Samurai Remnant soundtrack with the community. Okay, let's post this in the Reddit. There we go. They did allow me to post the stream over there last time, so I'm not asking for permission this time since they said I was cool, the previous time I did, so I don't think I need to ask twice. Why would I do that? They already said, yeah, it's cool. Okay. So before we even begin, okay, I just want to show you because like I said, we're doing this in parts, right? So I want to show you how the first part of the soundtrack, which was 32 tracks, we broke the entire soundtrack in 3 parts. This is we're going to do the second part today, which are the songs right here in the screen that have the red with white background, okay? But I'm going to show you how the tier list went the first part, okay? So I'm going to show you the image right now. It's right here. This is how the first 32 tracks of the soundtrack ranked in the previous stonked stream that we did. So we only have 1 track in the S tier, which is Blood Wind Remnant version, and we have 3 songs in A tier. So from 32 tracks, we only have like 4 tracks that are in a very high tier. The rest of them are mostly in B and C tier. And we only have 1 in D tier that I think I fought for the most part. Because I said, no, I want Abide this to be a C tier track. I'm going to put this in D tier and I don't care. Okay? Hey Nolly, what's up? We're about to begin listening to the rest of the soundtrack, okay? So, just for reference, I have this saved, okay? I have this image saved. Just so you know, this is how the first 32 tracks are ranked. For today's ranking, we are not going to be having the songs from the first part of the tier list on screen today, because I don't want to have too much clutter, okay? For the third part, we are going to have all of them on the screen, okay? But for today, we're going to keep it clean and just have the songs for the second part, the 32 songs that we're going to do today, which are these red ones, ranked in the tier list, okay? But when we do the third part, we are going to have all of them on the screen, okay? So, with that being said, I want to thank Noli for stonking the stream. And let's start with the first track, okay? Which is Coiling Viper's Venom. I also have this B-roll, which we did see on the previous stream. We're going to watch it again. But Noli, if you want to have a different B-roll for this second part, just let me know and we can watch it, okay? So let's listen to Coiling's Viper's Venom. Here we go. We're starting pretty hyped up. Ooh. I like the mini theme that is going on in the strings. That's good. There's a lot of tension and struggle in this, and pain as well, in this song. It's dark. My favorite part so far, I think, is that mini theme that we hear in the strings so far. Da, 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 da. Wow, that went with the cue of the song. What are the odds? Well, to be fair, it happens sometimes more often than not, as you would think. Some cues of the music go along with the cinematics and whatnot. Talking about experience. From experience, I should say instead. Okay, it's fading out. Okay. All right, what do you think we should rank Coiling Viper's Venom? I think we're starting pretty strong with today's second part of the soundtrack. I would say this is an A tier for me. I really like the tension in the song, the stakes in it. But my favorite part was basically the theme. And you know what? This song does something a little bit different, and it's a little bit more westernized in a way, because that theme that we heard in the strings, that instead of just playing the melody in a solo instrument like often they do, you know, Eastern composers like to play like to do melodies in solo instruments, in violins and electric guitars and whatnot. In here they did it in the entire string section, so that's a more Western approach, and I like that. And it's a fantastic theme. So I'm gonna give it an A. Okay, Noli said A tier as well. I do agree with that. So let's put this in A tier. Here we go. Kaboom ba. All right, let's listen to Those Who Refuse to Obey. Here we go. Knowledge, you did say that the soundtrack came to be more peak as it went on. I think you did say that on the previous stream. So maybe you know, the first third of the soundtrack is where, you know, some of the mid to higher mid tracks are. But I mean, we started strong here. Again, another song that is all about struggle and pain, mate. This is where you muster your courage in the face of difficulty, this particular key of the song. Oof, that's dark. When it goes down there, bleak. This is so dark, mate. I like it. Like when it goes down there to that note, oh shit. It's dark. All right, there we have it. All right. What are you going to rank those who refuse to obey? I can give this an A tier as well. I don't think I like it as much as Coiling Viper's Room, Coiling Viper's Venom, sorry. Because I like the theme more, the theme in the strings more in Coiling Viper's Venom, but I like more the bleakness and the dark vibe that Those Who Refuse to Obey has more than the other one. So you say it's a minus. Okay. Yeah, I think I will put it in A below Coiling Viper's Room. I like Coiling Viper's Room. Coiling Viper's Venom. Jesus. I don't know why I'm calling it Coiling Viper's Room. I don't know where I'm getting that from. But anyways, yeah, it's A tier for sure. Hey, Arius, how are you doing, mate? Let's put in it below. I agree. Okay, let's listen to Open the Gates of Hell. I think this is the section of the soundtrack where shit hits the fan or something. Because all of them have these very dramatic titles. And well, we will see about the music, of course. Let's see. Pretty dramatic, yes. Okay. Yeah, this song is not, the storytelling is not so much as bleak as the previous one. This is more about conflict. As a matter of fact, this could be a good battle theme. It's pretty balanced in power, meaning that, you know, whatever you're facing against, if this were to be like a battle theme, of course, I don't know, like it's pretty balanced. Like whatever you're fighting is not necessarily like super OP. It's more or less the OST for one of the final bosses. Okay, but the thing is, that's interesting because so far I haven't listened to, like, I would, if it was me, I would have thought that the previous track that we heard from this one would be something more akin to a final boss because it sounds more bleak and more menacing. But here I can hear a more balanced measure of power in between whatever it is you're facing, you know, this almost final boss and your character. But at the same time, maybe your character becomes more powerful towards the end of the game, so, you know, power gets more even. That could happen as well. I can't remember the track from playing right now, but in my opinion, it's one of the better from the OST. It's good. Yes, it is. Bum, bum, bum. Like Glissandus in that exotic harp going crazy. I think this song needed a part like this. Because it had a lot, it started with a lot of energy and tension, and it retained that for a long time. So having this passage here really works as a relief of that tension, just to build it again, and you know, it makes you get hyped again for the song and the fight as well. If the song is at 100% all the time, it loses part of the power. You need something to contrast it with, and that was the contrasting part. And that way, when it comes to this crescendo again, it feels hyped again. Okay, what are you going to give Open the Gates of Hell? I personally will give this myself, I'll give it a high B. I don't think it's an A tier as the previous two ones. I think mainly because I like the darkness and the bleakness of the other two tracks more, and I feel like if this is indeed one of the last bosses themes, battle themes in the game, it could have used more of the bleakness and darkness of Those Who Refuse to Obey, for example. But at the same time, this is out of the context. So, personally, I'll give it a B. You say it's a high B. Noli says high B, and Arios says that B is fine. Okay, we're in agreement here. B it is. Let's put it in B here. Okay, let's listen to Yasu Magatsui. What a mouthful! Phase 2, there's your darkness. It does have a little bit of darkness there. It's not as bleak as some of the songs, the first 2 songs that we heard so far, but yeah, there's a little bit of darkness in there. But I want more. Yes, give me more. Yeah, I think this part of the entire soundtrack is all about conflict, pain, suffering, super bleak, dark parts. This might be my kind of thing, man. This might be my kind of part. This track is similar to the previous one. It's a sister track to the previous one you just heard. It's about conflict and a more measured degree of powers facing each other. With a tiny little bit of more darkness, like you said, Nolly, yes. But not a lot. It was dark, that part, but I don't know. I just want something brutally hopeless. I'm having that vibe today. I want something brutally hopeless. Those accents sounded like Final Fantasy VII. Okay, it's fading out. Okay, what are you going to rank this track? I'll give it a B as well. I think it's a sister track to Open the Gates of Hell. I think they're very similar. So I'll give it a B myself. Bro wants to see the world burn today. Yeah. I don't know why. I woke up with the feeling of just watching the world burn to ashes. Yes. A high B. I can agree with the B, but I don't think I'm going to place this track above Open the Gates of Hell. Maybe it's the tie for me, personally. So sure. Yasumagatsuhi, let's put it beside Open the Gates of Hell. There we go. Okay, let's listen to Swords and Confidants. Hey, Thunder, what's up? How you doing, mate? This is amounting to something. it's kind of nebulous right now. That was kind of a fake build-up. It was a fake build-up. It was building the song so high, and then it turned into a more melancholic, sad track. Good curveball. Good curveball. Good, thanks. I hope you're doing all well too. Might be just a short visit today for me. That's alright, mate. We appreciate your company for whatever time you gift us, I suppose. It's introducing a little bit of the dark in here. This is all about struggle, but it introduces an element of darkness in it that gives you a degree of uncertainty for sure. Because in every struggle, there's I suppose 3 scenarios, right? You either rise to the occasion and that's that you come victorious out of the struggle, you fail, or you are still in the same thing. So it makes you wonder what's going to happen. Didn't we hear this theme already in a previous song? If we didn't hear this theme on another song, it's pretty similar to one of them. Okay, it's fading out. What are you going to give this track? I'll personally rank this in B tier. Swords and confidence. Maybe from just from the title of the track, it means about, you know, just this what's the word I'm trying to look for? About stealth and conspiracies, assassinations, and that kind of thing that you usually see in these sort of samurai epics and whatnot. You know, about power struggles that conspire against each other, but not in a huge battle scheme, but on armies and whatnot, but more into subterfuge and conspiracies, gossip. You know, a passive aggressive way, I suppose. It's the way to say it. That's what it kind of sounds to me like. Okay, Noli says it's a B. Thunder says it's a high B. I agree it's a B, but I think we can place it below these two. I like these tracks more than this one, but I do agree it is a B tier. Let's listen to Successor of Nitten Ichiryu. Okay, this has a more bright approach. This song changes the tone quite a bit from what we have heard so far. I mean, you can still hear the struggle in the song, but the theme is way brighter for sure. A little bit more hopeful. They started to do the solo instruments again. This melody reminds me of a Final Fantasy track. Oh no, it doesn't remind me of a Final Fantasy track. It reminds me of a Nier Automata song. I think it's Weight of the World. Something similar to that. Let me hear it. I hope it plays the theme again. Yeah, this part right here sounds a little bit like Weight of the World from Nier Automata, I think. It's not the same. It's not like a one-to-one, but it does have a little similarity to it. Weight of the World is so gorgeous, OST. Yeah, Weight of the World is one of the best tracks from Nier Automata. It's a great song overall, not just Nier Automata, of course, but certainly it's one of the best tracks from that OST. I really like the theme of the song. And the cool thing is that it's doing it in the whole string section, but It also has the contrasting parts when you hear the theme only in the solo instrument, the solo violin, I think, which both give you the epicness and the intimacy. And I like that match. I like that mix. Okay. So what are you going to rank? What are you going to rank a successor of Niten Ichiryu? A beautiful song is better than Weight of the World. Ooh. The thing is that it's been a while since I've listened to a beautiful song, but yeah, a beautiful song is a fantastic track. I would have to listen to them again to really tell you because it's been a while since I listened to them. Okay, Noli says is a low A, Fandor says is a B. I personally think that I can give this a high B myself. I'll give it a high B. It's almost an A tier. But I'm not gonna coom. I'll give it a B. I don't want to coom. I don't want to be too glazy. I will give it a high B though. I can put this in high B. So 2 B's against 1 A. You lose, Noli. Okay. Let's listen to Cosmic Air. Samurai Remnant version. Here we go. That woodwind section was sick. Have you seen the new Street Fighter character trailer with the OST every clown's on? It's so bad that it's funny. No, I don't think so. I've seen that. Which new Street Fighter character that is? Maybe you can share it in the Discord so I can check it. I can check it out later after the stream. I don't think I have, no. Okay, fading out. Okay, what are you going to rank Cosmic Air? I'll personally give this a B tier myself. Yeah, like a mid B. Personally, I'll give it a mid B. Damn, the Fandor is relentless today, giving it a C. Thunder is like, nah, I wasn't feeling that shit. I'm giving it the C. Well, I suppose it's C is better than D, of course. I don't think this is a C tier. The only thing that it is not making me give it a C tier is the choirs. I like the choir arrangement and the woodwind section that we heard. Although that's just in a particular part of the song, you know, it's just an ornamentation section there. That's the only thing. But if it didn't have that, I would have given it a C. I would agree with you, Thunder, on that front. But since they have it, I will give it a low B to mid B. So I suppose we could put it in a low B right now. As Noli did say, it's a B tier. Let's put it in low B in the meantime. And let's see how it goes from there. Okay, let's listen to Rigid Majesty. Here we go. You know what's funny is the song has like a juxtaposition to the premise of the title, like Rigid Majesty. Like I don't hear anything rigid in the music. As a matter of fact, it's pretty soothing. Although that rigidness could mean rigid as in headstrong, you know, something like that. Headstrong regality, sorry, regality. I think that's the term. Headstrong regality. I'm just creating like a scene in my mind. Like there's like this young prince, regal, who's part of you know dynasty or whatever, and it's a pretty headstrong lad or something like that, and you see him like growing up and whatnot. And that headstrongness, it's like an endearing thing that he has when he's younger. Something like that. I'm not saying this is what happens in the game, just saying that this is what sort of movie scenes, if you will, that I'm picturing in my head listening to the song. Okay. There we have it. That was a Rigid Majesty. What would you rank Rigid Majesty? I think it's a pretty beautiful track. I I think I could give this a mid B. B tier for me. Okay. Pandor says A. Nolly says A minus. Okay. Oh, I don't know about that. A? No, I'll give it a B. But, you know, 2 A's go a win against a B, so that's fine. Let's put it in A then. A if there would be a bit more tension. So you're saying it's a B? You can't do those cryptic things, Arios. You have to say either A or B. Because if you say B, it's 2 A's against 2 B's and we have to do a tiebreaker. So what is it going to be? Don't do that. Don't do, oh, it's in between A and B, or it would be A if this or that. No. Be concise. A. Okay, fair. Okay, let's listen to Wrapped in Inferno. Here we go. Speaking of Inferno, look at the scene that we have here. It was almost starting to sweat. S tier already. Just wait for the song to finish. Jesus. That's the thing that plays in that scene. Dang. Speaking of which, Archer of Inferno is the GOAT. The music is going kind of going along with what we were watching in the cinematics. Especially this part, because, you know, the song is pretty intimate. And you have these two characters they have a lot of closeness here. She feels kind of in comfort. Zhou is Chinese, probably that's why the Erhu. Dang, why did he do that? Well, the moment is over after that head. It's not a she. Oh. That's gay. Okay, let's rank Wrapped in Inferno, right? What are you lads going to rank Wrapped in Inferno? I think it's an intimate track that is similar to Cosmic Air. Sorry, to Rigid Majesty, I should say, not Cosmic Air. Let's see here. Thunder says it's a B tier. All right. Anybody else? I feel like I could give this... yeah, I could give it a mid B, personally. Nolly says it's a low A. All right. I'll give it a mid B. I can put this here, I think. So if I say B and Thunder B, that's 2 Bs against 1 A. But Nolly did say it was a low A, so that's closer to B than A. No, it's actually A, closer to A because it's A. But it's close to B. That's what I'm trying to say. So, let's listen to the next track. The flag is lost. Thus, the flag is lost. Let's check it out. That went with the cue in the music. Yeah, this is the tragic track for sure. And I don't want to sound lame, right? And state the obvious, but the song is called "Those Are Thus the Flag Is Lost." You can definitely hear the lost in the music, the tragedy of a loss in the music. I know it's obvious, but I have to say it. It's my job. Dang. Oh shit. Oh. Ooh. All right, there we have it. That's this. I think that's probably the first track today that we've heard that has that tragic vibe to it. It's about a tragedy, more or less. So, what are you going to rank? Thus, the flag is lost. I'll personally give it a low B. Myself, I'll give it a low B. I don't know about you, but I'll give it a low B. And I'm not going to change my mind. Okay, Noli says B and Thunder says B. Okay, fair. I agree. I'll give it a low B here. We can put this... I think Cosmic Air and the flag is lost. They're close to each other, yeah. Alright, let's listen to Ghosting Black Wind. a pretty chill track. Maybe it is about sailing to new horizons. I feel like this could be like a track for a city builder set in ancient Japan or something like that, right? Or China, perhaps. Although it doesn't have that many folk elements, but it feels like a city builder track. Let me rephrase that. It could work for a city builder track, for sure. Poor Simon got his hair cut. Oh, that's right. It's based on that mythic legend, right? That if he get his hair cut, he loses his overwhelmingly powerful strength. Wait, but isn't the name Samson or is it Simon? I don't remember. I think it's Samson. Unless they changed the name for the game or something. Samson? Yeah, I think it's Samson, not Simon. Simon is Simon Says. It's another power. Betrayed by his wife. Women. Evil creatures. Don't trust them. I really like this song. It's pretty chill. I mean, it's not like super hype or anything, but it's actually, you know, pretty enjoyable and relaxing. Samson, my bad. I was in Expedition 33. I hate that boss. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no context on the Expedition 33 boss. Okay, lads, might be very surprising to you, but I really enjoy that track. It's pretty relaxing and chill. It's not very eventful. It doesn't have like these big arrangements or anything, but I really did enjoy that song. So this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but I'm gonna give this track an A. I think it's pretty relaxing and chill. It's pretty enjoyable. So I'll give it an A. What are you going to give it? Okay, Fandor says is a B+, and Arios says is an A. And Noli says is an A tier as well. Okay, so I suppose it's not that much. Sorry about that. It's not really an unpopular opinion. People do think this is a pretty good track. All right. Glad to hear it. Makes my job so much easier. Now, should I put this above or below Rigid Majesty? I'll put it above. Just to spite you, wretches. Okay, let's listen to Cage of Heaven's Retribution. Hmm. All right, I think this song, Cage of Heaven's Retribution, is going to be my first C tier track, lads. I don't know what you're going to give this song, but personally, I felt that was like a little bit of a snooze fest. So, I mean, it's alright. It's okay. So I'll give it a C tier myself. Okay, Nolly says it's C. Arios says it's C for me. Thunder says it's a low B. Thunder, I think you're being a little bit too glazy with that. But fair. I mean, I'm not going to change your mind. But B, it's a little bit too glazy. Though, even though you did give it a low B. So that's close to C. I suppose that's a silver lining, but I disagree. This is a C tier. Our first C tier track. There we go. The honeymoon is over. Let's listen to Demon from the Depths now. This cutscene that we're watching right now, it's insanely epic, by the way. Yeah, I don't know about this one, lads. Demon from the Depths. What are you going to rank it? I'll give it a C as well. A little bit too repetitive. It's a little bit too plain. Stays too much in the same premise for far too long. So I'll give it a C. Okay, Founder says low C. Arios says I'm not a pan flute guy, so I say C. All right. Noli says it's a low B. Well, that's close to C, but I think you're a little bit too generous there, Noli. But yeah, I do agree with the rest of you. This is a C tier as well. It's a little bit too uneventful for my taste. All right. Let's listen to Severing the World, Wandering Warrior now. One question, can one rewatch the stream from yesterday with chat or am I too dumb? I think so. Why, is it not showing the chat? I mean, I think most of my streams, the VODs have the chat replay. As far as I'm concerned. No, but maybe it's my fault. Can't see why. Okay, let me double check. It is true that I see here that it is disabled here, but it's not letting me activate it for some reason. I don't know why. I'll try and see why that is after the stream ends. Okay, I think we're in the at the end of the honeymoon with the soundtrack so far, because these tracks are not doing it for me. These last three tracks, the Cage of Heaven's Retribution, Demon from the Depths, this is the kind of the same thing for me. Severing the World, Wandering Warrior, I think it's a C tier. What are you going to give this song, Severing the World? I'll give it a C. Thunder says it's a low A. Dang. Okay, I have the unpopular opinion in this case then. Nolly says it's an A tier as well. Jeez, 2 tiers above me? Dang. A actually. Alright. Really? Damn. A tier. Okay. What? Did I miss something? No, I didn't miss anything. I mean, I could give it a low B at the most, but A? I mean, I guess. Let's put it there in low A. Fine, but geez. I suppose I have the unpopular opinion on this one. That's fine. Okay, let's watch Carrying the Dawn now. Or listen to. Oops, the camera just derped. Let me restart the camera real quick. There we go. Sorry about that. I think what's messing up with my camera, it's a Windows update, because this didn't used to happen. I think I might have another popular opinion here. What do you think about Carrying the Dawn? I could give this, I mean, I feel like this is a C tier for me as well, but the most I could give it is like a low B, personally. Nolly says it's a low B, okay. Arios says it's a low B as well, okay. I feel like it's it could be like a high C, but I suppose I could compromise and give it a low B at the most, for sure. Okay, let's put it in low B. I can live with that. Sure. Carrying the Dawn, here we go. Okay, let's listen to Lambent Bowman. Dang. Lambent Bowman. I have to be true to myself. I'd see. It was okay. What are you going to give Lambent Bowman? Don't say A tier, please. Okay, Noli says it's a C tier. Okay, I can agree with that. Anybody else? If I don't see any more rankings in the chat, I'm just going to put this in C tier. Because I say C, Noli says C. Kind of makes sense. Okay, Arius says this is a C tier as well. Yeah, let's put it in C tier. I suppose we can put it in low C. Well, mid C. Let's put it in mid C. Okay, let's listen to the Onrushing Crimson Spear. Here we go. Oh, that is Herc thing. Hercules theme, I suppose. Yeah. I like it. I mean, it significantly stands out in the entire soundtrack just because it's a more Western composition, especially with the melody in the fiddle, I suppose. So I can give this like a high B tier. The Onrushing Crimson Sphere. What are you going to rank this? Kuchuling gets a high B for me. Okay. Yeah, I agree. This is a B tier for me as well. If anybody else has a rank, it is time to type it in the chat right now. Otherwise, I'm going to put it in B tier and move on. Let's see. Okay, it seems like astounding silence is there. So it goes in B. Here we go. I'm going to put it, yeah, I can place it in between Open the Gates of Hell and the successor of Niten Ichiryu. Let's listen to By Your Side now. Quite the contrast in between the previous song and this one that opens right away with that exotic folk instrument. The only persona to outsmoke Snoop Dogg theme. To outsmoke. There is a bothead in the game. That's funny. I like the playful tone of the song. It's a theme from a character that looks like mega high. I suppose it could work also for a person that is really, really drunk. You know, like a drunken master kind of character. I can see it in that case as well. And people made the joke that she outsmoked Snoop Dogg. Really? I mean, that's quite a feat because Snoop Dogg, it's like, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen him not high. Look at the first comment in the OST. Okay. Snoop Dogg has shared that Snoop Dogg has shared that only one person has ever outsmoked him. Okay, yeah. And he has the most votes. Yes, it's probably like a meme in the game. Well, it's insane. Okay, this is a very playful track. It has some very interesting arrangements in the woodwinds as well. It's very playful. I can say I could give this like a mid B personally. I'll give this a B. What are you going to give it? A refreshing B, says Arias. Okay, I agree with that. Noli says it's a B tier. We are all in agreement then. And let's put this around here. I think it's a good place to put it. All right. Let's listen to the next song, which is The Witch and Her Happy Piglets. Okay, it seems like we are in a section of the soundtrack that is more laid back and more playful. Oh, introducing a little bit of the Chrono Trigger lick. All right. Okay, I have to do this, lads. I have to do the... Every time we listen to that little chrono... Oh my god, the camera just derped again. Oh my god, this is so gay. Have mercy, Lord. This will be really quick. Okay, let me see here. Camera. Okay, just showing right now. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. I have to figure out a way to fix that. Okay, let's look for the Chrono Trigger lick. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, let's listen to it here. Doo-doo-doo. Do you hear it? Let's just do it again. Doo-doo-doo. Obviously, it's not in the same key, but it's the Chrono Trigger lick. It's that tiny little bit. Okay, let's keep listening.
It's Sears' theme. She turns you into a pig. I hate that part. Well, who would want to be turned into a pig? I mean, pigs can be kind of cute, but if you're a mighty warrior and then they turn you into a pig, then no, it's not good. That reminds me of Warcraft, where, you know, wizards can turn units into sheep. It's a spell called Polymorph. I'll be interested to see if Sears is in the new Odyssey movie. Oh, that the new Nolan movie, yeah. That's already a very, very polarizing movie, and it hasn't even been out just yet. Okay, this is another one of those playful tracks, although I'm not really sure if it's as good as the previous one that we just heard, which is you know, the Unrushing Crimson Spear. If I were to, I think I could give this track a B tier as well, but it would be a lower B tier, like a low B tier myself. What do you think? A for the violin. Okay, so Arius is giving this one an A tier. What about you, Nolly? What are you going to give it? A low B? Okay. In that case, 2 low Bs win against an A. So let's put this in low B. We can put this. I think we can put this here. All right. Let's listen to Lethal Fist. Here we go. I like the Outsmoke theme more. Yeah, I like it more. The other one too. The Snoop Dogg theme. Well, it's not the Snoop Dogg theme if he gets outsmoked by the character, but yeah. This reminds me of another theme from another game, I think. What is that theme? Lads, that theme reminds me of another theme. Da 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 da. God, what is that theme? Da 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 da. There's another. Maybe if it could be a movie as well. No, it has to be a video game. Da 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 da. Oh my god, the name escapes me right now. Not Oakwake theme, right? No, that doesn't ring a bell. Mate, I can't remember what theme that is. Da 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 da. stop it. I know what you mean, but I can't put my finger on it and it's triggering me. No, I won't stop. You're gonna suffer with me, mate. Come on, we have to remember. It's such a popular track. Ba da 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 da. Shit, I can't remember why. If we, Assassin's Creed. Oh yeah, it's Ezio's theme, mate. God damn. Ezio's theme. Yeah, it is. Speaking of which, because the Black Flag Precinct was released not too long ago. It is. Let's listen to a little bit of the theme here. I mean, obviously it's not exactly the same, but it is pretty similar at the beginning, mate. Jeez, that's good, mate. It's good that you remember, but because it was driving me crazy. Okay, fair enough. It's Ezio's theme from Assassin's Creed 2. Great. What are you going to rank a Lethal Fist? Funny, the theme is also from an assassin that kills you with one punch. We have One Punch Man as well in the game, or something. Well, the whole comparison with the Assassin's Creed track kind of threw me off, but I don't know. I suppose I can give this like a B, low B, or B, mid B myself. Noli says low B. Okay. Yeah, I suppose we can give it a low B. Can put this beside Thus the Flag is Lost. I think they are similar tracks. Yeah, we can put it there. All right, let's listen to Unassailable Barricade. Never trigger me again like this. Oh no, I will, because if I suffer, you will. Absolutely. Are you thinking I'm going to suffer alone? No, sir. And look at that. I made you suffer and you figure it out. So no, expect more triggering. That's right. I mean, you got it, so it worked. Pro player is going nuts. Okay, yeah, this is more of a hybrid track, orchestral and rock, basically. I think I give this B tier, from mid to low B tier myself. Where are you going to give it? Level 100 guitar player. Yeah, I think he played a lot of Guitar Hero in his youth, most likely. Noli says it's a low A. Ooh, A, I think it's a little bit glazy. I don't think I can compromise for a low A. I'll stay with the B. Thunder says it's a mid B. Okay, I can't get behind that. So let's put it in mid B. We can put it in the big mid B. There we go. Let's listen to Boss's Prosperous History. Here we go. Oh, look at that. The goddamn camera disturbed again. I don't know what else to do. Camera derps at the derpy theme? I mean, yeah, I suppose. Okay, there we go. At least I can reset the camera really quick, but this is kind of crazy. It went like an hour and 40 minutes without any issues, and now it's just derping all the time. I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, this is I think this is in this family right here. Where is it? In between Lethal Feast and The Witch and Her Happy Piglets. I would place this song in this B tier category myself. Maybe a little lower than this, because I like Lethal Feast a little bit better than this, but yeah, I think it's in this family of tracks. Okay, where are you going to rank Boss's Prosperous History? Like I said, I think I'm pretty set up with my I think I set up my mind and place this in low B. I would place this below Little Feast. Thunder says C. Nolly's, damn, you're sending this track to C tier. So I'm the glazy one in this particular one. Dang. I mean, I suppose I wouldn't be against that so much. To be fair, it's not that playful, and it's not. It's a little bit repetitive. So, okay, yeah. I mean, even if I went with B, C still wins. So, Yeah, let's put it. I think we can put this here. Yeah. Okay, let's listen to the Song of Reminiscence. Well, obviously this song is, I mean, the very title of the track says it. Song of Reminiscence. It's about memories. Bittersweet, for sure. Obviously the solo instruments, you know, like the violin, the flute, and the harp as well, gives the song the intimacy and the introspective vibe for it to work. Yeah, it's a bittersweet track for sure. What are you going to rank Song of Reminiscence? I can give this let's see the full tier list. I can give it a B. I don't like this as much as Gusting Black Wind. Not even close. But it's an enjoyable track, chill, bittersweet, so I'll give it a B. B plus. Condor says it's a low A. Okay, Nolly changes to A. So we have two A's. One low A and one mid A. No, I can't give this track an A tier. Giving this track an A tier would be saying like I like it as much as Gusting Black Wind, and no, I don't like it as much. I will give it a B, but 2 A's beats a B. So, but if we're going to put it in A, we're going to put it in low A. Let's put it here. All right. Let's listen to Telluric Tactics. Boomba. let's end it. Maybe we can watch this one. Let me disable the captions. They're a little bit distracting. This sounds like a stealth theme, actually. Like you're trying to sneak into a castle or something, or a fortress. It has a little bit of that subterfuge vibe that what I was talking about that other song. I forgot the name. My apologies. But it does have that subterfuge stealth vibe to it. But with a higher stakes, I think. I like that the song has the, you know, that subterfuge stealth thing going on, but I think the song is a little bit too long for its own sake. So, what are you going to rank Telluric Telluric Tactics? Personally, I would have at the beginning I would have given it a low B because of the subterfuge stealth thing going on, but I think it's way too long. So I think I'm going to demote this to C tier myself. Okay. Fandor says it's a D tier. Noli says it's low B. Mate, we're split 3 ways. Don't give me this, please. How the fuck we were going to do the tiebreaker with this one? I suppose we could do the tiebreaker with one of those rolling things. I don't remember the name of it. We could put 3 things. We'll make it a middle at the C. I mean, I guess C? I think we should give this a C, lads. I mean, a C is in between all of them, right? So, yeah. But what is the name of that? Oh my god. You know that it's in the casinos and stuff. The name just escapes me right now. The roulette. Jesus Christ. We can do it with a roulette, I guess. We can put... I think this is more fair because we have to do the tiebreaker in a more orderly fashion. So let's place the low B, which is Noli, B minus, my C, and the D from Fandor. And let's roll it and see what happens. Clean to spin. Okay, let's clean. See what we get. Okay, we got a C. Okay, we got the same thing that we were talking about before. At least we know. We now know if we're split 3 ways or more, that we can use the roulette to kind of decide. Put it to fate, like with the with the coin. Okay, so let's put it in C. I think this is the first time that we have been split up in between 3 ways. Okay, let's put it. Because we can put it here. Mid C. Okay, let's listen to Spirit Front Disturbance now. This one is a little bit more introspective now that I think of it, but I don't know. I think it's a little bit too repetitive. This has the same issue as the other track. Now, mind you, this is all all my opinions are based on no context of what's happening in the game. Probably for the game, it actually really works really well, but isolated from the context, yeah, it's a little bit too repetitive, I think. But at least it has a little bit of that introspective vibe that I like that. Playlist-less stream. Yeah, it's true. We haven't had a playlist track so far. But I suppose that if I had to choose a song from all the ones that we have ranked so far for a playlist, I would choose this one. Ghosting Black Wind. This is the only song that I would say is playlist worthy for me. Personally. Hi. You see, Deadhead is such a hater. He comes and he criticizes something. He shits on something. Oh, this is a playlistless stream. What a big piece of shit. And then comes and say, hi. Hey Deadhead, how are you? Why you have to come out like at us like that, man? Why? Okay, Spirit Font, Disturbance Lads. I don't know. It's a little bit too repetitive for me. But I think that problem is resolved if you make the track shorter. Just make it shorter. It's 5 minutes and 8 seconds of pretty much the same thing. You could have made the song like 2 minutes and a half, and it could have worked well. It's just goes on and on and on the same thing. So I'll give it a C. I'll give it a C tier, mate. I think the issue with some of these tracks is that they are way too long, when they could have been half the length, I guess. What are you going to give it? Okay, Noli says C, Fandor says C. Okay, yeah, I can agree with that. Let's put it in C. Okay, here we go. Put it in low C, quite honestly. All right, let's listen to Meridian Contention. Here we go. Actually, lads, I just had an idea that you might like, but I'm going to tell you at the end of this, when we're listening to the final track of today's stream, okay? But I'm only going to say this if and only if we don't have any S tier tracks at the end of the stream, okay? If we don't have any S tier tracks at the end of the stream, I'm gonna give you a fun thing that we could implement from now on for the streams. But I'm gonna keep it a secret until the end because we still have a couple of tracks to go with to listen to. So one of them might be an S tier and we don't have to do that. We might not have to do that. There was a little bit of tension there, yes. Okay. This is a little bit better. I think it's still way too long, but I do think that introduces some elements of tension and whatnot that makes the song a little bit more bearable for the length of the track. It's 5 minutes and 20 seconds. So I can give this a low B. Personally. Fandor says this is a B. Okay, I can agree with that. Although low B. You're saying mid B? I think it's a low B. Nolly, too long but too good to be at C. Make it a B. Alright. We seem to be in agreement with that. And again, I don't think the issue is that the song is long per se. Is that it has it's too plain for the length. Like if you make a song that has a little bit more
variation in the composition and more story to tell in the composition, then you can make a 6-minute long track as long as you keep the story moving forward, if you know what I mean. But it just stays in the same premise for a long time, and it becomes a little bit tiring. Now, again, maybe for the purposes of the game, roars really well, but for the purposes of listening the soundtrack just on your own, it's not working at all. So yeah, I can agree with that. Meridian contention, sorry about that. Should be in low B. We can put it, place it. Yeah, I think there is fine. Okay, let's listen to Tranquil Town. Here we go. I like how this tier list is looking. It looks pretty balanced. We don't have any S tier tracks so far, but we still have 6 more songs to listen to. I mean, I don't think I need to do too many commentary on this track. The song is called Tranquil Town. Listen to the music. I mean, I think it's pretty much... It's pretty obvious, right? It's pretty evident what they're going for here. The song is pretty chill, but I don't think it has the same emotional weight and enjoyment that Gusting Black Wind has. This song is pretty special. It is relaxing though, I can give it that. But I don't think I can connect with this song as I did with Gusting Black Wind. This is so good. Okay, that was Tranquil Town. Let's go to town. What are you going to rank Tranquil Town? I think it's a little bit too uneventful. This is another track that I feel like it was too long for the loop. And I think most of the tracks that we have been listening for the last couple of minutes have had that issue. They're too loopy.
Not too much going on. They're too long for their own sake. So I can give this either a high C or a low B. Where are you going to give it? Okay, we see a low B from Noli and a mid B from Fandor. Yeah, I think we can put this in low B because not feeling it. Can put this beside Meridian Contention, I guess. Okay, we have 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more tracks, right? Yeah, 5 more tracks. Let's listen to Look or Log to the Smiling. Here we go. Okay, this is a little bit playful, or starts us. How long is this song? 3.5 minutes. At least it's not 5 minutes. But like I said, the issue is not the length, it's the composition. Is this supposed to be the mid-air version of this game? I don't know if any of you have played Dark Souls 3, but there's like a big abyss dragon in Dark Souls 3 called Midir. And the arena kind of looks like this, but it's like in an underground cave. Okay. Luck to the Smiling. I mean, playful track. But I don't know if I feel it, mate. Yeah. I think I could give this a C. A low B at the most. Like, being generous, a low B. But this is a C for me. What do you think would you give it? A C plus? Yeah, I feel like this could be a C. Founder says it's a low C. Okay. Well, at least we are in agreement that this should be a C. So let's put it in. Let's put it below Telluric Tactics. I think it could work. Yeah. There. All right. Let's listen to Pounding Hot. All right. This is way more playful, more melodic as well. All right. I really like the melody. It's really pretty. Very joyous. Okay, I'm vibing to this way more than... Well, actually, I should make a difference. I'm vibing to this. The previous track, I wasn't vibing to it. I like at all. But this one, I'm vibing to. And it does have the, you know, the playful premise as well. But obviously, this is way more elaborated, more... explored, I guess it's another term. That was great. This is pretty fun. I think at this point it's staying a little bit too much. It's overstaying its welcome. But it's almost at the end, so it's not that bad. Okay, there it is. Okay, Pounding Hot. What are you going to give Pounding Heart? I think that this is this might be my favorite track from one of those from some of those playful, thematically playful songs that we have in the soundtrack. So I will be more than willing to give this a high B to a low A personally. What are you going to give it? Founder says it's a low B and Noli says it's a high B. Okay. I feel like this could be a high B as well. Noli. Founder says it's a low B, but at least we are in the same tier. So this could be below the Onrushing Crimson Spear, I believe. Or, you know, it's in this realm of tracks. So now, personally, I think I might like it a little bit more, but I'm going to put it below. Because we did get a low B. All right, we have 3 songs left. No S tier tracks so far. Let's see what happens. We're in the final lap. Let's see. Warrior's Heart. Let's check it out. All right. I don't know. Warrior's Heart. I think I had a very stale storytelling. I'll give it dang. I'll give it a C. I'm not going to glaze it. No. I can't give it a B in my good conscience. I will not glaze this song. C. That's right. You heard me right. C tier. Let's see what we got here. Vandor says high C. Okay. Noli says low B. Okay. Noli's being a little bit glazy here, but he did say it's a low B, so it's closer to C. I can agree with Fandor. It's a C tier for me as well. So let's place it. I don't think I even like this more than Telluric Tactics, to be honest. Let's just put it there. Okay, let's listen to Critical Invasions. Here we go. right. Is it me or I'm being too brutal with this? I don't know about this track either, mate. I mean, it does have the tension and the you know, the conflict, of course, but I feel like the storytelling in the soundtrack at this point of the soundtrack took a nosedive. It's not doing it for me too much. What are you going to give it? Noli says it's a C tier. Yeah, I don't know, mate. These last songs are not given. I'm not giving. I'm not. I'll give it a C as well. I suppose we could put it here. Okay, we don't have any S tier tracks so far. We have one last chance to have an S tier track. I don't think it's gonna happen, but let's see what happens. We have one last final song for this part, second part of the tier list, which is going to be Birth of the Darkest Night. If this track is not an S tier, I will tell you what we can do about that. But first, let's listen to the song. Now the last part of today is sadly the BGM section. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Very dark and foreboding and introduction here. God damn. It's pretty dark. It even has the clusters in the string instrument. And because they have so much dialogue, the BGM part is kind of long. The thing is that you can do the loop long for, let me rephrase that. You can do BGM as a short loop for listening purposes on the soundtrack, and you make it longer for the game. But basically looping the same thing for 5 minutes for the soundtrack, it seems a little bit, I don't know, a waste of time. This is probably actually this is probably the darkest track that we have heard so far in today's stream, in this second part. Pretty gloomy, foreboding, almost sneaky, stealthily at the same time. It's like a very dark conspiracy kind of track in a way, because it's not epic or anything like that, right? It's not super brutal, dark. It's more like laid back, chill, conspiracy kind of track, I would say. This song does have a better storytelling than some of the previous tracks that we have heard, but I don't think it's like a great increase in the enjoyment of the song. So I can give this high C personally. What are you going to give this last track for today's stream? Bird of the Darkest Night. I'll give it a high C. What about you? Okay, Nolly says it's a C tier as well. All right, yeah, I can agree with that. Fandor says C. Okay, let's put it in. I think we can put it here, below Telluric Tactics. Okay, lads, we don't have any S tier tracks, but I was thinking that maybe we can have like a final little game, okay? Each of us can pick one song that they would like to promote to S tier, okay? And if some of us actually choose the same track, it goes to S automatically. But if we each of us choose a different track to promote to S tier, we choose that song that gets promoted to S tier with the wheel of names, or well, the roulette. So which track from the ones that are in A tier would you like to promote to S tier? Type it in the chat right now. Or do you think they all should stay in A tier? I mean, that works as well. If you want to keep them in A tier, that works as well. Just giving you the opportunity to promote something to S tier if you want. I haven't seen all of them, I suppose. Oh, that's right. You did get into the stream a little bit later. That's true. Okay, well, it looks like they're going to stay on A tier then. No promotion to S tier. If it was for me, I would. I don't think I could even promote Ghosting Black Wind to S tier. If I had to put it somewhere, I would put it even higher on A tier, but I'm not really sure if I would promote it to S tier myself. I had to hear them again. Those Who Refuse are Black Wind. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. I'm going to save this. There we have the, well, there's a part that is cutting up here at the end. But at the same time, I think this is pretty balanced, right? We have most of the songs in B tier. A couple, you know, there's more population in C tier. We didn't have any D tier tracks. We did get D tier votes, but we didn't get D tier tracks at the end. And we got 5 A tier tracks. I think it's pretty balanced. All right, so I'm going to save this and so I can share it in the Fate Reddit. Let's save this. Download image. There we go. Okay, and well, we will have the third part pending for a future stream. Okay, So I want to thank everybody for coming in here today. For the people that came in early, I had to go. And the ones that endured the entire stream, either by lurking or by participating as a community in the tier list. I'm pretty happy with this one. It's pretty balanced. So thank you very much for coming in, lads. Again, a final thank you to Noli for stonking this stream, and I will see you pretty soon next week. Okay, remember that next week we're gonna have the Warfare themed game music tournament on Friday, and so far as the schedule goes, on Saturday we're going to do an anime music stream on Twitch. Okay, if you want to participate in the tournament, I'm gonna leave you my Discord here so you can join the tournament. You just have to go to the tournament thread and nominate 2 songs based on the theme of the tournament. And also gonna leave you my socials here. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I've been posting short form content pretty often there. And one final thing is that if you want to stonk a stream of your own, you want me to listen to an entire soundtrack or from one of your favorite video games, you can reach me through the chat or during a stream, or you can also join my Discord and DM me there as well. You can DM me on Instagram as well. That can work as well. All right. And that with that being said, thank you again. And I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Have a good one.